Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to talk about my journey as a surgeon in very brief, and then how we get so many diseases due to stress. And the cause of this stress is mainly the inputs that we give to our brain. And in the end, how by a very positive approach in life and regular physical activity, we can remain away from doctors, hospitals, and diseases. So I became a surgeon by choice. When I was in 10th grade, I wanted to become a surgeon. And I have enjoyed this journey like a lot of passion, a lot of success I have got. Not only that I have operated upon thousands of patients, but I have been privileged to have got the opportunity to train surgeons on newer techniques of laser proctology and laparoscopic hernia surgery with fully absorbable mesh, for which I have traveled across world and in India to various places. Happy faces of my patients always give me an immense sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. And in this journey, I have been blessed to have received a few awards and accolades, so to say. So far, so many years, my life has not been less than a dream every day, not feeling like working, till about a decade ago. Till that time, I was feeling like at top of the world because I was performing surgeries, results were good, patients were happy, gradually growing in all respects. And a decade ago, there was a realization, some observation which I had in my life, which completely shook me and alarmed me on something which I was not consciously aware at that time. And that was that within a span of 1 month, I saw deaths of 3 to 4 close friends and circle, in my close circle, people due to severe myocardial infarction, that is heart attack, stroke. One of them was operated for brain tumor. And none of these was having a bad routine or addiction or bad habits. They were all following a very disciplined life, which compelled me to think why these sudden deaths happened. And on analyzing further, gradually I realized and I found that they were under tremendous stress. For various reasons in their life, they were going through a difficult period. And therefore, at this stage, I started realizing something new which I didn't know. I should tell you, with so many surgeries having been done through me, our body is the best hardware and software in the world because it has auto correction, auto deletion in so many modes, and we don't realize perhaps also. Only thing is we need to use it properly with good inputs. And after this incident, there were some lines which started hitting me even more. They were like chinta chita saman hai. Tension means early pension. And this thought continued. And Gabbar Singh of famous blockbuster Hindi movie Sholay became my favorite character. Because he used to say, jo dar gaya, samjho mar gaya. We know fear causes anxiety, stress. But what does stress do? Friends, there are broadly 2 sets of hormones in our body. One, stress hormone, and other, so-called positive hormones. Now imagine what happens if we hear suddenly a very tragic news. We start trembling, sweating, puking, blackouts in front of our eyes. We may even get fainted. On the other hand, imagine if we hear a very happy, delightful news. We start feeling like, wow, let's celebrate. We feel like sharing the news with our near and dear ones. So within fraction of second, there's a change in our body. Why does this happen? It happens because there is a gush of hormones and nervous release in the body. That means what? Even too much of sincerity can lead to anxiety. And that is also, it also becomes a source of stress. So it's not difficult to understand that we should remain all the time, as far as possible, happy. But the second line of Gabbar Singh is more substantial. He used to say, गब्बर को अगर कोई डरा सकता है या मार सकता है तो खुद गब्बर. So friends, we are our own gabbars. Because we give input to our brain and then we say we are like that. I'll tell you by an example. I heard since my childhood, my mother used to say, I take bed tea and it is easy to pass motion. I heard one of my senior relatives telling my father, 2 glasses of warm water and I am good to go to motion. Another known person needed tobacco to do the same thing. My younger brother was doing engineering and he told me he'll go for a 5-kilometer jog and he can pass motion easily. One of my MBBS batchmates uses fag to pass motion. Now I started thinking, treating all these diseases day in, day out, is any of them lying? No. No one is lying. Only difference is our interest, our clarity, our hobbies, our passions. And according to that, we give input to our brain. So, the learning is our brain is the most trainable and loyal thing in the world. And that is why we should not allow even a single negative input to be given to our brain. We should have a solution finding approach. Whenever we do anything, we should try that we should not get stuck in the problem. Rather, we should try to move ahead. So, I was talking about single negative input. I remember when WhatsApp started, on a Monday morning, I received a message. Oh my God, Monday blues. We'll have to go office again. I replied, my dear friend, I don't have any such problem. I like my work. But for you, I should tell you, there are 52 weeks in a year. So at least on 52 Mondays, you have found one reason to be unhappy. Not good. So what I am trying to say, people around us will keep on sending us messages, keep on shouting sentences, which may actually disturb us a lot. So we need to decide where to stop. We should not allow these negative inputs to be going inside. And that is why I tell my patients, no horror movies, no crime series, no Saas Bahu soaps. Instead, crack jokes. Our parents, since our childhood, tell us, be in good company. Gandhi ji said, Bura mat dekho, Bura mat suno, Bura mat bolo. So everywhere the message has been same. The challenge is implementing these things in our life. Because the pudding is only good when eaten and not in the plate. So, what is the next step? We have understood stress causes all this. We should remain happy, positive approach, no negative thoughts. How to do that? See, life is a hurdle race. Every day we will find a challenge in front of us. Because in management, they don't call it as a problem, they say challenge. Life is a challenge, full of challenges at every stage. So every day we will encounter a wall in the form of a challenge. So if the height of the wall is less, jump over this. If it is not very long, just pass around this. If you have a ladder, climb over this. You can get a helicopter, fly over this. If you have a bulldozer, demolish it. So man, apply your brain, but do not hit your head into the wall. I see patients every day, they come to me with routine daily challenges and getting stuck there, getting stressed. So we should just continue to move, and that is the best way. I learned this from my daughter on her 7th birthday, that every day can be a day of celebration, every moment is a day of happiness, because it's all here. We create our own canvas. After the party was over, she was playing with the confetti lying on the floor with her brother. Next evening, when I was returning from the hospital after day's work, I suddenly got recalled. Should I wait for 1 year to see that happiness on her face? I got 3 poppers and she had a very good time that evening. Fine. We decided we will remain happy. But will this world allow us to do that? So till a few years back, I used to say, tension lene ka nahi, tension dene ka. Then I grew up a little more. I started saying, no. Na tension dene ka or na tension dene ka. I grew up further. I am not giving any tension. But will this world stop? So now I say, koi kitni bhi tension de, lene ka nahi. So this is the concept behind that. Every 6 to 7 people in 10 around us are PhD. And the PhD here stands for pull him down, pull her down. It's not that they are our enemies. So many of them are very close well-wishers. I have many stories to convey. What I want to say, if we can understand how to sever those threads which are pulling us back, we can run faster. We can do much better. Regular physical activity is also the part of happiness and health. I myself regularly remain involved in various sports and activities to keep myself alive. I have kept a few trophies at my clinic to convey the same message to my patients and their families. American Medical Association very clearly says up to 80% of serious diseases can be avoided if we can follow the regular physical activity. So many patients come to me and they say they don't have good appetite, they don't have good sleep, they feel bloated after food. And I ask them, bring 3 people in front of me, a farmer, a laborer, and a rickshaw puller, and make them speak 3 sentences that they don't feel good appetite, they are not able to sleep well, and they feel bloated after food. So immediately the patients say they are involved in so much of physical activity from morning till evening. Why will they have this? So I tell them, you already have the answer. You don't need medicines. Running around is not only for children or till a certain age. The life continues. We should not retire from life. We may retire from job, but we should continue to live because we are human beings first. We are here to live first and then to work. An example is, can we refill the petrol tank of a car if we don't run this? No. And if we run this from morning till evening, we can make this empty and refill in the evening. So the tank should be emptied so that we can refill this. I would like to conclude my talk with one ideal whom I have been following for many years, and his name is Sergei Bubka, a Russian pole vaulter, an Olympian gold medalist. The best part about him, what I learned from him is, he broke his own record 35 times. The world record we are talking about. 17 times in outdoor and 18 times in indoor. So this is what taught me that we should keep on improving upon ourselves on all parameters. Why I am saying so? So this saying gives the solution to all those situations where the challenge becomes how to be happy. So I say, God give me courage to change the things I can change, but serenity to accept that I cannot change. Most importantly, the wisdom to differentiate between what I can change and what I cannot. If we can really understand this and implement this, we are on our way to lead a disease and medicine-free life. So this positive cut that I have started, I'll continue to do this, and I'll be part of this revolution to make this world as much as possible taking towards prevention than cure. Thank you very much for a patient listening.